Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to identify a high probability opening range breakout, measure the breakout momentum, and use a structured entry and exit model to improve your consistency. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future trading content. Let's jump right in. Step 1. Identify the opening range first. We'll use the 5-minute time frame to define our opening range. If you're trading the New York session, open your charts about 30 minutes before the New York market opens. In my broker's server time, that's 14:30. Now look for a period where price is moving sideways. An opening range is simply an area where price keeps bouncing between support and resistance without committing to a direction. Once you've identified that range, switch to the 1-minute time frame for more precise analysis. Step 2. Wait for a valid breakout. Now we wait. Price may attempt to break the range several times. If price breaks above the range but immediately closes back inside, that's not a valid breakout. Update your range and keep waiting. The same rule applies if price breaks below the range but quickly returns inside. A breakout only becomes valid when price accepts trading outside the range. In auction market theory, this is called price acceptance. This is the first condition we need before considering any trade. Step 3. Identify the dealing range. Once we have a confirmed breakout, identify the impulse leg that caused the breakout. This becomes our dealing range. Inside this dealing range, locate the fair value gaps, FVGs. Areas where price spends very little time usually correspond to low volume nodes, which often align with fair value gaps. Instead of chasing the breakout, we'll allow price to retrace into one of these fair value gaps before looking for an entry. Step 4. Read market structure. Now analyze the market structure. For a bearish move, price must break the most recent swing low. In this example, price rejected the fair value gap but immediately rallied, creating an internal higher low instead of continuing lower. Since sellers failed to push price down, that's our first clue that bearish momentum is weakening. Price then returns to the upper fair value gap inside the dealing range, consolidates briefly, and finally breaks above the previous high. Again, we see price accepting higher prices. This tells us buyers are gaining control and bullish momentum is likely continuing. Step 5. Wait for confirmation. Notice that there are multiple fair value gaps inside the dealing range. Price taps into the upper fair value gap, rejects it, and then drops into the lower fair value gap. At this point, we're asking one simple question. Can price break the most recent swing high? While pulling back, price creates an internal swing high. Then it pushes higher, breaks that internal high, and confirms that buyers are still in control. That's our confirmation. Step 6. Entry. Once confirmation is complete, we place our buy order. Our stop loss goes just below the swing low that created the higher low. This gives the trade enough room to breathe while keeping risk well defined. Step 7. Finding profit targets. Now let's move to the 15-minute market profile. Our goal is to identify important higher time frame targets. The first thing we look for is the point of control, POC, because it's the price level where the market spent the most time trading. Before price reaches the POC, check for any low volume nodes. Low volume nodes often act as imbalance zones where price reacts quickly. Also check whether there's an unmitigated 5-minute fair value gap near those areas. If there is, that can become your first target. However, if price has already balanced that fair value gap during the breakout, it's no longer a valid target. In that case, update your target to the point of control. For larger moves, you can continue targeting higher point of control levels from previous market profile sessions. Step 8. Managing the trade. Once you're in the trade, don't start moving your stop loss too early. Let price work. As price approaches your first target, protect your position. I usually close 50% to 60% of the trade at the primary target. Then I move my stop loss to break even and leave the remaining position open for the final target. From this point forward, I trail my stop using market structure. Every time price creates a new higher low, I move my stop just below that higher low. As long as the structure remains bullish, I stay in the trade. Eventually, price reaches the final target, and I close the remaining position. Final thoughts. The biggest challenge isn't placing the trade. The biggest challenge is correctly identifying the price acceptance. instead of chasing fake breakouts. Many traders lose money because they enter on false breakouts. By combining opening range breakouts, auction market theory, price acceptance, fair value, gaps market structure, breaks, market profile, higher time frame targets, you can filter out many low-quality trades and dramatically improve your consistency. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future trading lessons. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.